Hey there, how are you doing today? Rodrigo here for Textual, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use a key binding so that when your user presses a key in your Textual app, you are able to do something with that information. So today you'll see how to react to key presses and how to trigger what we call actions in Textual. So to start off, I'm going to create a very simple Textual app that's not going to do anything. I just need the skeleton of an app. I'm going to pass, and then if this is the main module, I'm going to create an instance of my app and I'm going to run it. Now, if you run this, you see that we get the Textual app screen, but there's nothing on it because I haven't created anything. But this is an app, right? Now, what I want to show you is how to make it so that when the user presses the letter Q or quit, we are able to quit the app. So how do you create this key binding? Well, the easiest way to do it is by taking a look at the bindings class variable. Now this class variable is going to be a list of bindings, right? That's why it's called bindings. And bindings are triples. Okay? And these triples, what are they? They're triples of key, action name, and description. So this is the simplest way of creating a key binding. Let me actually move this over here. So let's do this now. I want to bind what? I want to bind the key Q. So I'm going to type a Q over there. Now the action name, this needs to be a valid Python name. So let's call it, I don't know, quit app with an underscore. And the description should be readable, right? Human readable. So I'm going to say something like quit app. So this is my key binding. Now the app, if you run your app, not clear, sorry. So if you run your app, it works, right? But if you press Q, nothing happens. Let me show you. I'm pressing Q and nothing happens. Why is that? Because I've created my key binding, but I didn't bind it to anything yet. So I need to take the Q and I need to say what happens, what's the action that runs when the user presses Q. And I do that by creating a method with the action name. So I'm going to go ahead and type def quit app. And this is going to be a method with the self over there. But the name isn't quite the action name. It's going to be the action name prefixed by action underscore. So this is an action method, and it's going to bind the action quit app to this method here. And so inside this method, we're going to exit the app. Now let me go ahead and show you how this works. So I'm inside my app, I can press keys, nothing happens until I press Q. And when I press Q, Textual will see the Q over here. There's a binding for this letter, so it's going to take the action name and look for a method that has the action name prefixed by the action underscore. So this is your simplest way of creating a binding. Now let me just show you what this description here is for. So if you go ahead and you import the footer widget, so from widgets import the footer. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to compose the footer so that the footer ends up on the screen. If we compose the footer, the binding by default will show up in the footer with the key and its description. So let me show it to you. There you go. There's the footer, and the key binding we just defined shows up in here by default. So now you can press that and you can quit your app. So this is the simplest way, like I said. This may be the third time I say it. This is the simplest way to create a key binding. It's pretty straightforward, and most of the time this is what you'll want to do. But if you need more fine-grained control, you can always use a binding type that we have, so binding class that we offer, but you can find that information in the docs. Just go ahead and try this out. And I hope this was useful. This video was useful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below or just join our Discord server to chat with us. I'll leave a link below as well. See you soon. Bye.